Hey everybody, welcome back to Mildly Infuriating. This video is brought to you by our beautiful sponsor, the Sparkle Shorts channel. We're doing this again because I gotta ride this wave, okay? YouTube just algorithmified our first video here on this channel. What is it, 2012 again? YouTube actually likes my content? Well, at least one of the many videos on here. So, you should go sub and watch the videos on the Sparkle Shorts channel. The link is in the description for quality gaming short film content. They are short films. That's what they are. It sounds so much classier when you say it that way. I also like the video. That's down below too. And let's start off with number 20 because 19 is just a Family Guy clip. What a gimmicky way to sell less for the same price. It's kind of genius, actually. I wish I could have been there for the marketing meeting on this one. It's like, yo, guys, Donuts had it right all along. They can use less resource in the same sweet than an equivalent scone or a muffin or something like that. And they get to charge the same price. I actually don't know the commodities market for the donuts, muffins, and scones, but sure, it's something like that. Why don't we do the same thing? Also, people are trying to be more health conscious, okay? We can charge a premium for them to eat less calories, and they'll thank us for it. So this way, they can have the whole thing, and it's less guilty. They pay a premium so that they don't feel the guilt. Most annoying. Yeah, is the game at 7 or are we leaving at 7? Yes. Thank you for the insight, I really appreciate it. I feel like we've all done this at one point though, where we just like, we're in the middle of something, we glance over at the message and then just don't really give it the time of day, give the quick reply, and then we're like, oh, that's embarrassing. Now it's very clear to the other person that we really didn't read their message, because now they've just asked the same question again. Yep, oops, sorry about that. It's the worst when you do it in like a business email or something, and then I catch it after the reply, because I didn't kind of rush, and I'm like, oh, by the way, here's the answer to that other question that you asked that was the most important part of the email that I totally didn't. Just, it's fine. At least I followed up with it instead of you having to ask. Sometimes they have to ask, and then I'm like, it's embarrassing. Washed my measuring cup, and all the lines and numbers come off. Well, at least now you have a cup that's convenient to pour things out of, because I'll tell you what's mildly infuriating about pouring, okay? This primarily applies to like liqueurs and stuff. Basically, any bottle of a fluid that's kind of sugary that it takes a long time to drink, right? So for any liqueur or something, you pour a little bit out when you want to have it. If you're mixing drinks, just having a little bit straight up, and then it drips down the side of the bottle, right? Super annoying. And then if you screw the cap back on, next time you open the thing up, it's gonna have that sticky, sugary residue in there, and it piles up over time. And I'm gonna sound like super neurotic here, but whenever I pour out a bottle of alcohol, just a little bit of something that's gonna be consumed over a long period of time, I always take a paper towel and I wipe off the thing. People must think I'm crazy. Bottle designers, just make everything like this, okay? Doesn't just have to be measuring cups, make them convenient. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's not convenient to screw a bottle cap onto that, but figure out a way, okay, engineers? Bro, what do you mean? You say that it's bigger, but I don't know if I believe you. I mean, technically, if it's even like half a gram, then it's bigger, I guess. So I don't know if there is a regulation that requires it to be X% bigger before you're allowed to market it as bigger. I'm assuming not, otherwise this sort of thing wouldn't happen. We say it's bigger, but we don't actually specify how much. At least they're going in the upward direction rather than cutting a hole out of the center, okay? They could have cut a hole out of the center and gone now bigger. No, I don't think I will. I have never been prompted to do this on Google before. So, I wonder what, cause yeah, even if you have a YouTube account, it's just set with whatever birth date you give it at the time, right? Like, I'm pretty sure if you can't get around the age gate on YouTube, you could hypothetically, theoretically, you could make a new account and then like just put in a hypothetical, theoretical, alleged birth date. And I think that would work. Maybe this applies to something more significant. I've never seen it before. This rating system. I mean, this is, honestly, this is basically what it is when it comes to like Uber and Lyft ratings, right? Is that if it's anything less than 5 stars, it's a problem. The fact that if you see your rating as a passenger, for example, on like a Lyft or Uber, and it's below like 4.8, you're like, oh God, what have I done wrong? I swear I didn't throw up in anybody's car. Why is my rating so low? Like I think last I checked, I haven't checked in a very long time, I had like a 4.8. And I'm like, man, this is rough. I guess I'm just talking from personal experience here rather than in general. Although I've heard that it's like really, really difficult to even get a car now. I would be completely out of luck. I would just be stranded. No one's ever gonna come to my house anymore. So it's good. Rough life. Anyway, but yep, basically Uber ratings in a nutshell. The fact that I've been trying to score a PS5 since November, and when I finally get one, this happens. Wait, okay, so I've seen people tweeting about this in the last few weeks, and I haven't looked into it at all. Are consoles like going the way of GPUs? Is there now all of a sudden like a big scalping resurgence, even though they've been out for like a year, right? Wasn't it? Was it over a year ago? Oh God, time is all blended together over the past year. I have no idea anymore. Anyway, obviously when they first come out, it's a problem, but then wasn't it like pretty easy to get one? And now all of a sudden, what? You gonna mine Bitcoin with your console? What? Bro, I swear to God, COVID has like caused the weirdest disruptions in supply chains at the weirdest times. Like people decide to scalp things at the weirdest times too, when it like wasn't a problem a few months ago, but now things are better in most places in the world and it's a problem again. There's no way it's sustainable. Part of me wants it to be sustainable selfishly, but I'm like, there's no way, right? That can't, once the chip shortage is better, then bruh, I don't understand. This fake Ace ad I found that uses blur effect to hide acne. Also, disabled comments. All right, let's look for the blur effect. What the? Wait, hold on. Did it just wipe her freckles off? She has freckles. Wow, that's crazy, dude. I didn't know that a lotion could just wipe your freckles straight off your face. That's some technology right there. Never before seen in a million years. Wouldn't it be cool if you could just like apply a magic eraser to your face and get rid of any imperfection? Just wipes away. If only scientists could have come up with this when I was in high school, man, that would have been fantastic. You ever wanted to reduce your freckle count? Just apply this acid to your face. It'll just remove the layer of your skin and you'll be great. But don't do that. Neighborhood pool put up COVID-safe barriers between the urinals, but made sure to use plexiglass so you can still see the guy next to you pee. Well, I mean, before were there no walls at all, so it really hasn't changed, I guess. I don't know why they wouldn't just use plywood on the whole thing. I hate bathrooms that are like that. I don't know, is that a US thing too? Because also when I've been to Europe, they don't have the stall gaps, right? That's a US thing. But it's like, it's in the worst places too. It'll be like airports and convention centers. I mean, I guess it's better because those aren't people you're gonna see again as opposed to being at your gym or something. But I don't know, if you're already in the locker room, people just, dongs are out all over the place. They probably don't care. I hate it. Why can't you just put up a freaking divider? It's always like, I go, if I'm forced to use one of those and the stalls are all occupied, I'll be like, I'll just go way up into it. Fortunately, I haven't had to do this in the last year and a half, but it's like you just go way up into it and you're like, look straight ahead. Look straight ahead. No eye movement, no head turning, nothing like that. Don't want other people to think you're weird, okay? Just straight ahead, put the blinders on and then get out of there as quickly as possible. I hate it so much, but there were probably no dividers before. So really, it didn't change anything. The fact that this is a thing. Bulletproof backpack inserts. Only slightly depressing. Actual bullets. This is what they look like when they impact the bulletproof shield. Cool. That's good to know. Very, very great. Charlie Bit My Finger is being deleted and sold as an NFT. Interesting idea of something to do. Surely if we just remove the original video so that we can sell it as an NFT, there will be no other re-uploads out there of the NFT that people will just be able to watch instead. We'll just give the re-uploads lots of views instead of our original, because surely nobody has re-uploaded this extremely viral old video in numerous places time and time again. If you are taking something that was previously free in order to make it a paid thing, it's generally gonna be bad practice and received negatively on the internet. And I also doubt that it would impact the sale. If anything, I would think that the original video being up with 800 million views would cause the sale of the NFT to be higher, because whoever buys the thing can tell all their friends like, hey, you see that 800 million view video over there? Well, I own the receipt on the blockchain that I own that. It's mine. You see this receipt? It's mine. Sure, you can all watch it, but it's mine. Do you see this blockchain? I own it, okay? And you don't. So when I play it on my phone, it's mine, not yours. Renovations done to 500-year-old Caldwell Tower in Scotland. Is this a temporary thing? Is this like, you know, when they're building a building or a house or something, and they have the shed thing, the temporary little building that that the architect or the contractor does work from during the day? Is that what this is? Or is this straight up like this is the redesign that's permanently there? It literally, like, it looks like a rain gutter. I see that there is a rain gutter on it, but it actually, the renovation looks like a rain gutter. Is that permanent? Because I don't think it should be. USPS delivery person putting failed to deliver notice on my door before knocking. Wife and I were both home. Ah yes, surely this has never ever happened before. No one has ever put the failed to deliver notice on the door before knocking. Never happened to me either, ever. In a million years, I've never gotten the motion notification for my front door with no ringing of the bell, only to see, oh, we couldn't deliver your package. It's never happened to me, ever in a million years. I got a new laptop today. I heard you guys might enjoy this. Yeah. Oh yeah, come on. Oh, it's nice. Oh, it's nice. Is it gonna rip though at the last second? That would be so frustrating. Whatever, it was still satisfying while we watched it. It was satisfying up to there, okay? I still enjoyed it thoroughly. Whatever. My husband eats apple with a spoon. Reddit, please give it to him straight. I refuse to believe that this is real and that you just came up with this absurd concept for the sake of submitting to Mildly Infuriating. No one would do this. Also, wouldn't that be just like really inconvenient, actually? I get that, you know, not everyone wants to bite into the apple. I prefer apple slices, but what is it, like a phobia of apple skin? All right, but apples are like, they're hard and crisp. So you're gonna like go in trying to get that scoop, and then it's just gonna fling across the room. That's way more inconvenient. You probably get like 10% of this actually arrives into your mouth. The rest is like all over the floor. No. Why would you? No, physics does not work on this. It's inconvenient, and you're making your life more difficult. I have new voices in my head now. Yo, I've been watching A Quiet Place for a whole forking hour in absolute silence, and I kicked my speaker plug, only to realize the movie actually does have sound in my speakers. That was short. I always have captions on and was like, dang, didn't think the title was literal. It's kind of a never tell me the odds coincidence though, right there. It's like the only thing you could ever watch and be like, yeah, maybe it just doesn't have sense. I guess that would make sense. Maybe that's the artistic part of the movie, and like, it's just supposed to be quiet because they're trying to be quiet, so there's not supposed to be sound. That makes sense. And then you probably get to a part with some action, you're like, it's still very quiet. I don't know about this now. All right, maybe there's a problem. What the actual fork? Cancel all student debt, right? Forking now. Hundreds of baby boomers are taking classes at the University of Minnesota as part of its senior citizen education program, and all for just $10 per credit. I actually don't know like how expensive credit is. I don't know what the average like price per credit is at a school, but I assume it's a lot more than $10 because I think it was like what, a class, if I'm vaguely remembering from university, it was like a class, it was like 2 to 3 credits, and you take like 5 classes in a quarter. Oh, I'm probably so off base, but that's like, it'd be hundreds of dollars per credit. It's a nice discount. Before and after, this wall used to have art on it. No, it has. I'm assuming that this is the retaliation though for removing the cool graffiti art. It was like, oh, okay, so you don't want this cool graffiti, we're just gonna put up this trash on it to show you could have had that, but you got rid of it. I disagree. It depends whether or not there was permission, okay? Because ultimately, if permission was not given to do the cool art at the start, while it is cool, it is the owner's discretion to get rid of it, and they would have every right to be annoyed at someone graffitiing their wall, even if the art is cool. So it's mixed here. Kids are having fun with friends, so a neighbor reported to the HOA that they must be running a childcare. This is not a daycare, I just have kids, and they like to play with neighbor kids. Imagine seeing humans together and your first thought is, they must be running an illegal business. Kids don't play together like this. All right, that's not allowed. Adults aren't allowed to socialize at bars. Kids can't socialize together. It's gotta be an illegal business. We gotta report them to the authorities. Kids can't be together in the same household like this. I've been alone in my house for so long. I forgot that this actually exists in the world. Oh, geez. I've made a terrible mistake. I'm so sorry, neighbor. I totally forgot the fact that kids actually do play together, right? No, that used to actually happen in the world. That's totally my bad, and I hope that's how it followed up. Is like I actually super sorry. It's really embarrassing on my part that kids actually they do. It's just a lot. You forget about the way the things used to be because they've been this way for so long, and I hope we'll be back to normal soon. Okay, cool. Thanks, everybody, for watching the last month of Mildly Infuriating. Make sure to like if you didn't like. Subscribe here. Hit the bell. Turn on notifications. Check the playlist for more Mildly Infuriating. Or you can just, click over here to watch the last Mildly Infuriating video and subscribe to the Sparkle Shorts channel. Help YouTube algorithm us more, okay? Bye.